Hey guys, today we're building the Asrock Deskmini X300. I'm really excited about this chipset. Check it out and I'll tell you why. Here's the newest version of the Asrock Deskmini Ryzen mini PC. I built an Asrock Deskmini A300W on the channel previously, and these are tiny little beasts. I've built numerous desk minis in the past. Their size and power seems to make them extremely popular. Now the X300 variant does accept the new AMD line of APUs, the 4000 series, and they don't make the previous version, the A300, anymore. Now as a side note, Asrock did offer a beta BIOS for the A300, but quickly took it down when they realized that they should just rebrand it and sell a new chipset for a little bit more money. Nice bonehead move, Asrock. But anyway, when I was trying to order parts for this build, the 4000 series APUs were out of stock. And the places that they were in stock, they wanted 10 prices too much for them. So I'm using the trusty 3400G, 4 cores, 8 threads, with a base clock of 3.7 GHz and a boost of 4.2. Now the main reason why I'm really excited about the X300 is for overclocking. The A300 did not offer it, but the X300 chipset does. You can overclock the CPU, the iGPU, and the memory, so it'll be a fun time for Deskmini lovers. So let's go ahead and unbox this and put it together and see how much performance we can get out of it. The box includes the Deskmini, the Wi-Fi module, which is Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz, the power brick, which is 120 watts, the proprietary SATA connectors, which we won't be using because I'm going to use a M.2 drive, and the CPU fan, which is rated for 65 watts, but since we're going to be overclocking, I want something a little beefier. To cool the CPU, I'll be using an L9A AM4 low-profile cooler from Noctua. And as I said earlier, I'll be adding in the 3400G, a Samsung 970 EVO M.2 drive, and 16 GB of DDR4 SODIMM memory. As for connections, you have the DisplayPort, an HDMI port, D-sub port, USB 3.2 Gen 1 port, a USB 2.0 port, and your gigabit internet. Oh, and I really guess you can't really forget the power jack. Now the front side consists of the power button, the power LED, the hard drive LED, mic in, a USB 3.2 Type-C port, and a 3.2 Type-A port, and a headphone jack. Now just a side note, on the Deskmini the USB-C port does not offer video out, which is kind of disappointing, but that's the breaks. So let's go ahead and put this thing together and see what we can get out of it. Now why Asrock still puts drivers on disks is beyond me. The Deskmini has no disk drive, so it's time to actually start putting them on a USB stick. I only mention this because it's actually really irritating, but I digress. We'll go ahead and add some music and speed up this process. Now with Cinebench R20, you wind up with a single core score of 396 and a multi of 1940. But with an overclock, the single goes to 430 and the multi goes to 2115. Now games like Far Cry 5 does see a slight performance boost with an overclock of all cores at 4.1 and the iGPU sitting at 1600. At 720p, you can average between 50 and 55 FPS, which isn't bad. Now Fortnite with a view distance set to epic and 1080p with a resolution scaling of 75% and a mix of low and medium settings, you can average 85 to 90 frames with the 4.1 all-core overclock. Of course, if you want to lower the resolution, you can up the settings. 900p works great with medium settings all the way across the board. Needless to say, I do love the new X300 Deskmini. Hell, I like the old A300 Deskmini. But I do think it does kind of suck that this could have been a BIOS update, instead of going ahead and charging more by re-releasing the new chipset. But hell, what do I know? But don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of future Axial GT content. And links to my social media are in the description below. Go ahead and follow me over there. But I really appreciate you watching, and until next time, I am out of here. You all have a good one.